Thank you all for this opportunity. I will use my 5 minutes to share with you the impact that this reading um, in the past and even today as I was reading, reflecting on what to say and what to share, caused me. First of all, an immigrant. I was in the very heavy poverty environment in the art. I grew up there. I lost my parents when I was small, and it was the grace of the community and the fighting together that have brought me this far and helped me out to grow up and stand on my feet until today. And God watching over us and the action of the community that brought me to this day. So one of the things that I impressed me the most about this reading is action that cause reaction. And since I was born and I began to walk, I was connected to people with action that taught me that um, things need to be done and you need to act, And every action, left or right, brings a reaction, and reactions are part of growing, and acting are part of making things happen. Also, the power of reading the moment and acting meaningful in the moment. As a Christian, I have felt that I was impressed with the power of interpreting the moment of female, and our psychologist's way of being is read the moment and do what you can in the moment to answer the need of that particular moment and beyond. So I was impressed by not too much publicity of the woman, not even named by her name, what inside this gathering, and was able to read the need of the whole being of Jesus and what was needed emotionally at this particular moment, and so how to bring tradition and who you are and the what's meaningful for the community to act in the moment with the need of the moment. And the ability to build a relationship with Jesus beyond whatever the people reacting were able to read. As a Christian, I feel that we are called to be the reader of the need of the poor at the moment and to act meaningful from the gospel in the moment and it's needed. I'm an immigrant in New York City now, in a moment that actions are needed and voices need to be heard. So I'm asking God and the community to clarify for me, to illuminate me what is needed at the moment. And together with you and together with people that I committed to work with the poor, not for the poor, but with the poor, walking the path of the poor, what is needed and what can we do? And I wish that at the end of this moment, we could just say, institutionally, personally, and as a church, like Jesus told to the women, don't bother her. She did what she could, right? And I have that question today for us. Are we doing what we could for the need of the moment at this moment? And to myself, am I responding humbly with no publicity to whatever I can, to whatever God is calling me for the need of the moment at this present moment. Rejection from left and right, rejection to you as a person or foreigner, rejection to whatever the actions are, interpreted by those that are not defending the justice of the poor or defending the poor, acting justly for the poor. There's always argument, valid for everything, wrong or right. We need to, we are called to remember that to move and the right to migrate and the right to move and struggling to lift up the dignity of the human being is our call and have been historically. So the fact that we walk into new land and try to begin a new life, and doesn't mean that, we need to be rejected. We are building community and struggling for quality of life as a human being. So assistance versus resistance is another couple of words that came to my mind when I was reading. When Jesus said that poor were going to be always with you, and you can have them whenever you can, it's not not to work for justice. It's the opposite, saying you're being called to respond to the need of the whole human being, emotionally and at the moment, and to make the commitment of from walking the path of the poor to work and recognize that Jesus was discriminated and Jesus was poor, walking the path of the poor. Jesus was knocking in the door for the sense of belonging since the moment that, he was born. And so we are, as a foreigner, connected in our very experience with Jesus as immigrant. And we are invited to walk the path that Jesus walked with the poor, not to bless poverty, but to be at the moment present with the poor and to build community, to lift up the experience of the poor and provide and open the mind to other way of life. So that's, I guess, my deeper reflection tonight is to be able, a call to interpret the need of the moment from our Christian commitment, to look at the whole person, not just the aspect of material things that are real need, but also to lift up the whole person and to respond with the emotional, psychological, and material need of the human being from within, from the community. The lady walked in, didn't make any advertisement, recognized that, Jesus needs to lift up, and she was called to do that, and she did it, and did it to the fullness. The whole perfume was given, she gave it all. So I pray that we could give it all. Feel that we call to walk the path of the poor, not to bless poverty, but to lift up from the bottom, like the Church of the Poor says, and to be present, interpret the moment, and respond collectively and individually to the need of the moment as a Christian.